Yeah, hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is your guy Anosco Talk Show. I was on my own, and I've been receiving a lot of calls, a lot of messages from my fans. Asking me, "Oh, Anosco, how come you don't want to talk about this issue raised by actress Chioma Ifemeludike or whatever her name is?" you know so yeah, Chioma Ifemeludike, rather. Yeah, actress Chioma Ifemeludike. Yeah, I've been receiving a lot of messages, like I told you. My fans asking me, "Oh, an Oscar talk show, you don't want to talk about this? Is it because you're a pastor, or because you were once a pastor or an evangelist or whatever?" That is not the issue that I haven't talked about that, because I know when I say something about that, a lot of my fans are not going to be happy with me, because they will think that I'm being sentimental or something. But that is not the point. But before I lend my voice to that, I would first of all play that clip by Chioma Ifemeludike so you guys can listen before I give my view on that. Listen to this.
Lekwanụ ka nwata nwaanyị a na-eme ejije ji kwupụta njọ ya wee na-ekwu na Apostle Suleman kwalụ ya iko. Ngwa kirie ka ịnụ ya n'ọnụ ya ka o si wee kwupụta ya na-ekwupụta njọ ya. Kirienụ ya.
Good morning, Nigerians. I have a confession.
Go ahead.
On the 20th of November 2016, Linda Clems made an arrangement.
I want you guys to get that point. In 2016, get that first point. I want you to be jotting down everything that she got to say. 2016, that was when she had encounter with the person. Let's go.
For me to come to Ikeja, and that we were going to meet her sister's friend, a family friend, going to America.
Secondly, the person that took you to Ikeja told you that you guys are gonna go meet a family friend who is traveling out of the country, right? Good.
That was what she told me. Okay, so it was supposed to be a hookup, but it wasn't really exactly put like that. But she told me that a family friend of hers wants to meet someone nice, someone cool, and that he's going to America that same night, and that he wasn't going to waste much time, and he wants me to meet the person. And I said, fine. 2016 was immediately after my graduation from Anambra State University. I was preparing for my youth service. I'd already gotten, my statement of results, and my name had already come out as one of the people who was going to go for the youth service. So I finished, cleared everything in school, and I'd gone to Lagos waiting for my posting letter.
Go straight to the fucking case.
So on that day, I got to the hotel. I can't really remember the name of the hotel because Linda was already in the hotel.
No, because you were blindfolded. No, you were blindfolded, right?
So
go ahead.
There, she told me the person was coming, and the person came a few minutes after I arrived and walked into the room. It was a suite. And when the person walked in, I recognized the person somehow, but I didn't really know for sure who the person was. But I knew it was a familiar face. So when the person walked in, it was supposed to be like a quickie arrangement, and I didn't know the person, and Linda was the one giving me the direction. And by the time the person walked in hurriedly, and it was an awkward situation, but I was asked to join him in the room, and when he got into the room, we had sex.
Okay, guys, listen. We all are adults, right? We all are adults. What makes us humans is the ability to reason. Like situations, we analyze the situation, our ability to reason. At first, you were told that you guys are gonna come meet Linda's family friend who is traveling abroad, right? It is more like a hookup. Now, when it was supposed to be a quickie stuff, right? So when you came in, somebody walked in. It was like a familiar face, but you can't really figure out who it was. So the person came in instead of a normal discussion like who are you, what are you on to? Okay, this is my plan for you, and so you guys ended up having sex. Somebody you don't know, and if I say you're on Olo show, you will be mad at me, right? So somebody you don't know just walked in without saying a word. You guys had sex when it was supposed to be a hookup. Let's keep listening to you.
So when he came out into the sitting room, Linda was there with him, and he brought out a bundle of money. I think it was 500. Can't really say exactly the amount. And Linda split the money, gave me half of it. Immediately he gave out the money, he went off because the idea was that he was traveling and that he was going against schedule. So he rushed off. He didn't spend up to 20 minutes in that apartment. And after then, I noticed that his face was really familiar, but I was really struggling in my head to, really ascertain where I know the person from. So I was happy because at the time I needed a lot of money. I needed, I was...
Okay, so after the quickie stuff, after you guys had sex, you were giving money. So you were an Olosho, a prostitute. You got paid for the service by someone that you do not know. Because at this point, I do not want to mention them because you do not know. You don't know whom you had sex with. So it would be wrong for you to assume that it is Apostle Suleman. At this very first encounter, I'm not talking about the second encounter that we're going to hear from you, but this very first one, someone that had sex with you paid you. So you got paid for the service you rendered. Let's continue.
Broke. I left school broke. I was planning to go for youth service. I needed a lot of things. So, it felt good that because I saw the bundle of money and I got a good part of the money. So after that night, Anna and Linda went to the place at Ikeja. We had dinner. We even stopped. We saw some girls hawking and we said sensitizing the girls on why they shouldn't hawk and all of that. And I and Linda returned to the hotel. We spent the night. I know I woke up sometime 5 a.m. that morning and I opened my phone. I was going through Instablog post, and I saw Apostle Suleman, his posts on Instablog. I think one of the sponsored posts of his programs or one that he did, he gave somebody a car, something like that. I saw it and I was like, oh my God, this was the man I had sex with.
Now, listen to me. Young lady, listen to me very attentively. I don't want to call you a stupid girl, but listen to me very attentively. Listen. There are tens and hundreds of people that look alike. Okay? There are tens and hundreds of people that look alike. Someone you don't know had sex with you and paid you. Now, someone else is posted a picture of something on Instagram and you looked at it and said this was the man that had sex with you. You must be stupid. You must be very, very stupid. I'm judging based on this one that I've heard so far. Let's continue and hear the rest of your story. But for these very ones that you said now, you are stupid. Let's go ahead.
That was when I, could place, my mind on the fact that I knew this person. I knew this person. And I said, I couldn't say that to Linda immediately because if I'd said it, I don't know the kind of risk I would be putting myself admitting that I had an affair with a man of God of that, status. So I had to play safe. I kept quiet. And by the time it was morning, We had breakfast. Linda dropped me over at my sister's place at Lekki. And when we got down, I think it was about 9:10. So I was going to head over to our place then at Aja when she was in Nigeria. And I asked her, who was the man that you arranged me with? I think I know the man. He looks familiar, looks like a man of God. I said, no, he's not the person I think I saw. That it's her sister's ex, family friend. There was something she said anyway, but just a family friend. I'd already known what I know, and the fact that I had his number, I said, okay, I just admitted. So, another confession is that I later saw Apostle Suleman after my youth service. We're talking during the time, I think I wanted to redeploy to Delta State. So I was asking him if he knows someone that can help me to get redeployed to Delta State. And he asked for my code and I gave it to him. And even though that didn't work, I later served in Lagos. And after Kano youth service camping at Karaye, I went back to Lagos. And when I was in Lagos, there was a time he came to Lagos and he called me and we saw the second time and we had sex that second time at Oriental Hotels. He gave me another sum of money. Why am I doing this video now? Why am I?
Okay, so he called you again and then you confirmed that it was Apostle Suleman Johnson and you guys had another sex. Confirmed. Let's go. Let's continue.
Telling this story now. Remember a few months ago, for some of you who are my ardent followers, I got baptized in the Redeemed Christian Church of God, where I confessed Jesus Christ as my personal Lord and Savior, where I agreed that as Jesus, was crucified and as he was buried, in the process of the baptism I was buried, and as he resurrected, every of my sin died and I am born again. It's been since 2016 till now. It's over 4 years, 4 years to 5 years. This event happened, and because after the second time I had sex with Apostle Suleman, and I just knew it was wrong. I had to stop. I stopped calling. He stopped calling. I deleted his number. I have been mourning this sin. It has been tormenting me every time his sex escapades or controversial news comes online. I get, I cringe in my spirit because I know the truth, and it was so difficult because I don't think there is any more information that we need to get. So for those of my fans that have been calling me and Osco, you got to talk about this, you got to talk about that, you got to let us know what you think about this and all of that. I'm doing this video because of you guys, and especially those of you that are quick to criticize preachers. I wouldn't use the word men of God. I would use the word preachers or clergies. You see, from the stories of this young lady, she is stupid. If you want us to believe everything that we say here, we need you to do another video mentioning all the names that you can remember, all the men that you can remember that had sex with you, all the men that have slept with you. You must mention all of their names. My reason is this: if the person you were talking about was Apostle Suleman Johnson, he is not the only one that had sex with you. And if you want to tell us that you're doing this because you got baptized into the Redeemed Church of Christ, and as a result of that, you want to confess your sins, this is not your only sin. And if you decide to confess only your sexual sins, then confess other guys that slept with you. Because I don't see the reason why you should drag this man out the way you did. There must be something else to this. You need to tell us. Maybe you guys continued seeing, and maybe he reduced the 500k that he used to give you.
or maybe he did one of the ones that he didn't pay or whatever. If you want us to believe that it is because you've given your life to Christ, then why only the man you claim to be, Apostle Suleman Johnson, that you are calling out? Is he the only one that slept with you? Is he the only one that have given you money since men have been sleeping with you? What the heck is wrong with us, Nigerians? What the heck is wrong with us? Like, can't we reason anymore? Is it because, is a man of God or is a preacher? Is it the reason why everybody is coming out to get behind this lady? Haven't you heard her story? Isn't this story stupid? Can't we reason anymore? Listen, I want you to get it right. I'm not trying to defend the man that she mentioned in this so-called confession. I'm not defending the man. I don't know him. I don't worship in his church. But as a human being that has conscience, having listened to what she said, this is rubbish to me. To me, this is absolutely nonsense. The first time you met him, you didn't really know him. After the encounter, he gave you 500,000. You split it with Linda. It was cool. It was nice. Then you saw a picture on Instagram and you said this was the man that had sex with you. Then you had the number. You contacted him. Then you guys had sex the second time. Then the reason why you are confessing is because you've given your life to Christ. Then confess all your sexual encounters, or at least the ones that you remembered. You cannot only remember the one that happened in 2016. What about the ones that happened before then or even after that? Man, make you get sense, Make you get sense. It's enough of this shit, man. People will come on live, like on social media, they begin to, call out people. Damn, this is not right, man. This is not right. Chioma Ifemeludike, I don't subscribe to this, your confession. Personally, I'm not God. I didn't say I welcome your confession or I reject your confession. That's not what I'm saying. But for those of you that are calling me on the phone, testing me and saying I'm not school for the sake of your fans, make a video about this. This is what I got to say. If she wants us to listen to her, she should go ahead, make a list of at least 50% of the men that slept with her, both the ones that paid her and the ones that did not pay her, for us to at least know that, yeah, she's making a confession. Why only Apostle Suleman Johnson? Why only him? Damn. Good night, guys. This is my opinion. Just as you guys have been calling me to say something, I've said something. This is what I got to say. Good night. I see you guys later. Love you. Stay cool. And don't forget to hit on the subscribe button. And not School Talk Show. Good night. Good morning. Bye.